All right, let's get it, man. Amen, say man. It's your boy, I am Wavy Ears, and we on SGFD TV. And today we get a chance to sit down with Lucky Ozzy. What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
Man, how you doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
Good stuff, man.
Well, music thing, man.
And you want to introduce?
With me, squad with me.
Go ahead, introduce who in the room.
Spring Mercedes 200, most of all.
Uncle A, Joe, come on, Joe.
Uncle E.
White.
Marty Boy.
Started about the gang here. We got a couple guys in the cut. Who that bang in the back?
For me to say less, everything Spring Mercedes,
It's a
man.
movie, man.
Everything Spring Mercedes, man. We gonna say less.
Good stuff,
We
man.
up next.
Good stuff, man. And I'm happy you said that, man. I've been checking out your catalog. I see you doing some numbers. You got some momentum going. And I want to see actually how all that started. So before you was Lucky Ozzy, man, who were you? Like, take me from where it started. Where'd you grow up?
I really,
He says it wrong.
I was born in Princeton, but my journey started in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn,
I
okay.
was in Brooklyn for a minute. My mom ended up getting a job back in Princeton, so we moved back to Princeton. I went to school, all through school from Princeton. I was playing football and all that. Probably like 04, we ended up coming to the town. I swallowed by the town, bro.
Got swallowed by the town, okay.
You know how the town is.
Started selling dope.
We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that, man. So you said you started your journey in Brooklyn and then you moved. You moved to Princeton.
Yeah,
so,
my mom got a job at Princeton Hospital.
All right, so how was that transition being, a Brooklyn kid? Now, from what I know, Princeton is like suburban,
Very
so
suburban,
like,
very
so
suburban.
what's going on over there? How was it for you growing up?
I was a good kid. I was in school, playing sports. I played ball. My love was football, man. Football. I always wrote music and all that because I used to watch my cousins in New York. They had a little rap group and all that. They used to be making music and all that. So my first time writing around was 8 years old. I think I recorded a song and all that with my cousins.
Okay, all right. And then you mentioned you played sports. What sport you played?
I played ball and football.
Ball and football. Which one was you better at? You got.
I feel like I was better in football, but I probably should have stuck with basketball.
Basketball. Okay. So like, what passion was a little bit more heavier around let's say early teens, like music or football?
Football.
Football. Okay.
Football, yeah.
Now take me like through your day when you was playing football, because from a little research, you went to go play football in college, right?
Yeah, I played at Alabama State for a little bit, walked on and all that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Brooklyn to Princeton to Alabama, that shit wild. So how was Alabama? How was that experience?
Alabama was different. It was different, but Alabama was like a college state, so it was more like school. Cause when I left here, I was already out here, so my mind was still like streets a little bit. When I got to Alabama, it was like everybody that you meet probably was like school kids and all that, had the father homes and everybody was in the school, bro.
Okay. So then I missed a little part. So you didn't really go from Princeton to Alabama.
No, I was here first.
All right. So were you still going to Princeton schools when y'all moved
I was
out
still
here?
going to Princeton schools here. I was staying with I used to live with this white family, the Vietans. I was staying with them. I stayed with them for a minute. She ended up kicking me out because she didn't want me coming to the town.
Okay.
And on the weekends, I would go home with my mom. And she wasn't feeling that. So after a while, she tried to stop it, but she couldn't stop it. And after a while, she ended up kicking me out. I go home, my bags are packed at the door. She kicked me out, yeah.
Okay. So what made you want to keep coming back to the town if it seemed like the situation was quote unquote for the betterment of your success almost?
I was young and they know no better. Then I had turned blood, started selling dope, was making a little bit of money. So.
And this was all before you went to go play football?
That kind of threw me off track. I lost my sight of vision, you know?
Okay, all right. So like, we got to break this down. You a football athlete, and you turned blood?
Syracuse, Duke, UConn, Nebraska. I had a couple schools on, but I was going already. I started making money. I lost sight.
Was there any challenges between like juggling football and school life and then tackling and managing the streets? What was like the challenges that you faced?
I stopped caring, bro. I stopped caring about school. My grades dropped. I think I finished school with like a D average, a 1.9 or whatever. So a lot of schools I didn't get accepted to. And the only school that accepted me was Alabama State. So it was over. Once I came out here, it was over.
Okay, all right. So how long was you at Alabama State for?
I stayed the whole time. I ended up transferring to Arizona for a minute. They tried at Alabama. They tried to turn me to a tight end. I wasn't feeling that position. Pause.
No freaking.
But I ain't want to play tight end. Then they tried to make me a safety. And I don't like, that's crazy. I ain't like hitting, I don't like tackling.
No freaking.
That's crazy too, but yeah.
Pause.
I wanted to score a touchdown. That's what I was good at.
All right. So when did you come back to the town full time? Around what year? 2013. So you're back now. You had a journey. You already said you was kind of lost based on your activities in the streets, but you was one of the ones that was able to get out, play some football. You know, it may have not gone the way you wanted. Now you back. It's 2013. What's Lucky Ozzy doing?
My mom is living in the section there, and everybody around me selling coke. I'll grab some coke.
So you just jumped back in.
Jump right back in. I wasn't thinking about no jobs, nothing.
All right. So where did music come into play during this time?
I always grabbed my pen to write shit.
Yeah.
But I never took it serious. It probably went until I did the song Balenciaga and I seen the response we got off that.
Okay.
And that's what made me start taking
Okay.
a little more serious. Yeah.
All right. So we're definitely gonna get to that because I definitely want to talk about Balenciaga. I was looking at the view counts and that's probably one of your most hottest songs. You know, that shit jam. But before all that, right? Like just doing some research, seemed like you got caught up in a situation that kind of resulted you in having to do some time. Is that something we could talk about?
Yeah, we talking about it.
All right, so it's 2013. From what I read, you maybe got jammed up like late 2016, early 2017.
Yeah, 16. I think December 8th.
December
8th, yeah, 2016.
Okay, all right. So like before that time, like what was happening? Like, you know, camera friendly. You know what was happening? Like what was in move? Like did you feel like something was about to come crashing down, or was shit regular?
Nah, I ain't want to sell coke, but I found the plug that had some dope. Dope money was coming fast, so I started selling dope. I was back selling dope.
All right, so take me through that day. You know that terrible day when you got knocked. Like how was that morning? Shit. How was your mental?
I was kind of fucked up. I ain't really. A lot of my money was going. I was gambling. I was in a bad situation. I just had a daughter. And that morning, I was drinking lean. I was popping perks. My man was at the crib. We was watching rap battles. And as we were watching battles, I see a light flash through the window. And I tapped him like, yo, bro, you ain't see that? He's like, nah, you tripping. So probably like 10, 15 minutes later, I see the light again. So I go to the window, I crack the blinds. And I see them all set. I see them setting up. I see the trucks and all that. I see them on top of the hospital roofs. And I seen them on the porch now. So I built my man like, yo, bro, I want to trip, and there's mad police on the porch. So I run to the back, and they end up down there. I see them all in the backyard. I run up to the attic. My big mom was up there. So I tell her it was mad police. I could have swore I gave her my money, but she said I didn't.
She got
my money.
yeah.
She's like, ooh.
And they came in. I come back downstairs. They got my boy in cuffs. I'm like, yo, damn, bro, you got police kicking through the crib and all that. He like, nah, they ain't here for me. And they cuffed me. They like, yo, you BG? I'm like, yeah. They cuffed me.
Damn.
Took me down to the station and all that.
And then so basically you got booked. They looking for you. Now that first 2 nights, like what's going through your mind? Are you thinking like it's a fluke, something that's like gonna brush off your shoulder, or do you feel like, damn, I'm in some trouble?
To you. Once they said it was dope, it was kind of a sign of relief. There was a lot going on at the time, but nah, it was a lot going through my mind. I just had my baby. My baby was only 2 months, so yeah, damn. So a lot of them, when the feds pick you up, I'm thinking that I'm gonna be going for a minute. And luckily, the feds is off a point system background. Once we paid my first bid, so I didn't really get too much time.
So how was you feeling going straight to the feds?
I'm saying, of course, I had mixed feelings. I was nervous a little bit, but it's my first bid, personally. That was it. I was nervous. There was a lot of shit going through my mind.
Of course. So take me through that like sentencing day. You just said you had a daughter, so you got that on your mind, right? Are you writing that all while you sitting before you're sentencing, or like?
Nah, music, man. I ain't started writing for real and doing the music probably till like last year.
Okay.
It was just from time to time I get bored and write, but music wasn't on my mind. Music was never on my mind. Chill about that. There was so much other shit going on. So yeah. But I knew I was good. I always knew I was good at it. It was times I go to the studio and record and all that, but it was nothing that I wanted to do for real. But
you got a good response.
Yeah, until I got the Balenciaga shit.
Understandable. So like you get sentenced. It seems like it's like I read like 42 months.
Yeah, I got 42 months.
42
I
months.
copped out to 60 months, and then they went under the guidelines, gave me 42.
42. Okay. All right. So like that's what like 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, 3 years. But I took a program. It's called RDAP, and it's a drug program in it.
In the feds.
It takes 18 months off your sentence.
Okay.
Probably one of the wildest programs I've ever
been. Yeah, that shit wild as hell, right?
That shit was wild. Yeah.
Meaning what? Like I don't really know what the program's about. Like what can you tell us about the program?
It's supposed to be a drug program, but it's more like behavioral based. So it's like,
just too much going on.
Yeah, it's like, I can't even explain it, bro. So you just do some wild
shit.
It's
hard time in the
They would have to go through it. Like,
understandable.
That shit's crazy.
And I'll be honest, I ain't never do no jail time. You feel me? So all I know is from interviews and what I hear and shit like that.
Jail is whack.
So in general, like motherfucker like me, I kind of want to know like what do people do to keep busy in jail?
Work out, play ball.
Who said fight?
I'm saying he might fight. That's how my bed. I'm saying, but in jail, everybody gonna bed different. Everybody do their beds different. Like he might not be a person that might work out.
Yeah.
He might be a person that's working on himself. Like he like to play cards. Or he making plans for when he get out and this that. So he reading up and
you got some niggas that's gonna go over there law work.
Yeah, you got niggas that's trying to get pills or trying to get home and they're in the law library all the time.
Right.
You got a nigga like me just running around.
I was gonna ask, what'd you do?
Yeah, what I did.
Yeah, what'd you do?
6 in the morning. What time did you be up? Me, like 6. Like 6. We hit the gym. We work out.
Wow.
We probably work out to record. Record like 10. 10 we go change up and all that. We go to Child. Child was 11. I think. Yeah, Child like 11. At the Child.
The fancy it's really like a college campus.
Yeah, it's like
it go down in there though.
Yeah, it's like school for real. After 11, at the Child, then I would have to go to programming. I'll be in my little RDAP program from like 12 to 4. After 4, you know what I'm saying? After 4, I used to be in the Merrill leagues. I played all the sports. I played basketball, softball, and all that. Every unit to have a team, and units to play each other. So after that, I think then I go to Child. No, I go to Child first. Child was like for dinner. So I was like 6, and then from 6 to like 8. 8 is recall, right? Recall at 8.
The next morning do the same shit.
Yeah, the same shit the next day.
Regular shit.
Okay, all right. So in general, right, so you're saying people work out, people, try to find themselves, and you kind of was just going with the flow, doing what you had to do to keep saying.
It took me a minute. I'm saying when I first got there, I ain't understand when people was like, yo, you gotta find your bed, you gotta figure out how you gonna bed. When I first got there, I was still kind of fucked up because the night before we was wilding. The night before I went into prison, we was wilding. We had fun that night.
That should be fun.
Yeah, that was all drugged up and all that.
You gotta do that to you crazy.
I was drugged up and all that, so when I came, I was kind of fucked up. So I slept like 2-3 days straight. And then my man from Baltimore, like, yo, he like, where you from? I'm like, I'm Jersey. He like, yo, Jersey, you ain't gonna sleep this shit away. And like, matter of fact, I'm gonna take you to all the Jersey homies. To me to introduce Jersey homies and all that.
Yeah, because in the feds, it go by cars. Like in the feds, it go by states. It go by Jersey.
That was when I first came in.
Maryland, it go by states, feel me?
Okay, so you basically like locked up with people from your state. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, you locked up.
No, in the feds is all over the world. But it go by your states when you get there.
All over the country.
You gotta pick a car you want to get. You from Jersey, you get in a Jersey car. You from Maryland, you get a Maryland car. It go by states, feel me? Because it's on a massive scale, like it's all around the world, so it go by states.
Okay.
Then you got gang time, all the Bloods and the Crips together and shit. That's how it is in the feds.
Yeah, once I got out of intake, they took me to the east side of the prison.
Okay.
And that's when I got off the bus. That's when you see everything's
going on, right?
Jersey over here, New York over here,
Okay.
Bloods over here, Crips over here.
All right. So I know being in prison, being locked up, I know shit could get hectic, shit could get wild. Like from what I hear, I know shit could get wild. So I want to ask you, like, have you seen or experienced some wild shit that you could say on camera? Like, what's the most wildest experience that you had in jail?
I seen some wild shit. I seen remember the Italians got this one dude like 5 in the morning woke me up, dude screaming and yelling for his life and all that. I seen the Blood niggas get somebody from Harlem. He poked them up pretty bad.
Shit be going down.
Yeah, so when we was going to Chad, I was like, and I was at Fort Dix. I think that's the biggest joint, right?
Yeah.
Fort Dix, the biggest prison in the federal, for like 5,000 people.
It ain't too much fighting in the feds.
Nah,
they go straight to knives.
I seen, yeah. So we was on our way to Chad, and on our way to Chad, all the Blood homies was in front of our building. They was waiting to come in. Once our door popped, they came in our unit and they got the hold of the Harlem nigga. Kicked his ass pretty bad, poked him up pretty bad.
Yeah, it be going down.
I was gonna say that's some wild stories right there.
Yeah, it ain't too much fighting in the feds.
Okay.
They go straight to knife.
Then I'm saying they ain't really go down, but somebody paperwork ain't come through right.
Yeah.
They got him about it.
Like in the feds, go by your paperwork. Like, they got your whole background. Like, as soon as you get your paperwork, they got everything that you ever been through your whole life. Like, and if your paperwork not good, they send you can't be on the compound. They send you to the hole. You got
stealing too. Stealing is big too. I seen a dude from Chester got caught stealing, and they set him up, kicked him up in here, told him he couldn't live there no more. He had to go to a different prison.
So it should be real.
I was just about to say, it should be real.
It's a whole nother level, like, you feel me? Like, that shit, the government, you fucking with, you go to the feds and shit.
Pretty much though, everybody be chilling though, friends. It's just rules. You break rules, you gonna get dealt with.
But most of all, they be on man time and shit.
Everybody on man time.
They
big on respect.
Big on respect.
Big on respect. Hey, you dealing with, I'm saying, you dealing with some wild motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's some wild niggas in there. But they don't last for real. They get sent up.
They're the ones that don't last.
They send their ass in the hole. And they do their bit in the hole or some shit. Cause if you can make it, the cars crash, like the cars, like the states. They don't want to cause no confusion, so they get together. Like, something go wrong between somebody in each car, they get together. Like, nah, that's what happened to go wrong. They gotta send him up. He gotta go.
You was in the wrong, you gotta go.
You was in the wrong, you gotta go in the feds, for real.
I mean, so some of the shit you just explained, that's some wild stuff right there. You know what I mean? But I want to ask you a question based on some interviews I've been hearing, right? About some stuff that could happen in jail, right? So you know Vlad TV?
Yeah, I know Vlad.
Vlad TV, right? So he asked some Chicago rappers named Rico Reckless and Ewald Samo. Like, you know who them rappers are at all from Chicago? Yeah. So they was saying, like, I think it was in Fulton County Jail, that like they got some shit called Glock Dookies, like where they basically fill up the tube with all types of weird stuff and shoot it at people, and it'll take your eyebrow off and stuff like that. Like, basically that's their weapon. Like, people getting shot with Glock Dookies. Like, you ever heard of anything, like any variation of that shit?
I never heard that like that. I might be cat, but I'm saying I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say somebody lying. It might be going there.
They on some freaky shit.
That might go on in Fulton County.
I
ain't doing that.
I gotta see that. Can we fuck out from
that's my boy Bones. Yeah, throw my person. Real nigga, he doing time right now.
Prepaid call from. Will be monitored and recorded. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To hear the cost of this call, press 1.
We got two. This twin right here. This Reese on the phone. We got two.
Hey Bones, yo, I'm doing. We doing a podcast right now. You heard? Talk your shit. You on the mic?
You're doing a podcast.
Yeah, we talking.
What podcast you're doing?
We with Jay Stacks, man. That's
Oh
At GFDTV, yo, talk your shit, yo.
Man, free the real, man.
Talk your shit.
Fuck Slum. Everybody waiting with the game,
Hey,
man.
BG and them niggas out here doing an interview, man.
Talk
We
your
got
shit, you still on the
cameras out
mic,
here, man.
gang.
You wanna say something on the mic too? We got Bones on the phone too.
Oh, we about to get Reese. Reese, go ahead, talk your shit, Reese.
Go ahead, talk your shit, twin.
Yo, what's poppin', man? Y'all know what it is, man. Big bro, man. Yo,
Hey, bro, call me back in like 15 minutes, though, you heard?
Free my boys.
Niggas do they shit.
Tell her yo.
Hey, free Bones, you know the shit.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you say one more thing for you back.
You already.
Hold on, Uncle E, when I let you.
Hey, Bones, what's up, bro? You know the shit. Niggas trying to take off, feel me? You know what's going on. I said niggas trying to take off. Feel me? Niggas doing a little interview right now. My bro, J Stacks in the cut.
Stacks in the cut. Hey, yo, talk your shit before we get out of here.
Man, tell them free the guys, man. Fuck Slime, man. Yeah, I be out there real soon, man. Big 200 shit.
You already know.
Taking off,
Big
man.
200
We up
shit.
next, man.
200 shit, 200 shit, 200 shit.
Hey, I love you, Broski. You heard about the interview. Let me get back with you.
So take me through your first day out. Like, you know, you just sat down for like 3.5 years. Like, how was your first day out?
What, first day out of?
First day out of the feds.
I don't know, I can't really explain that, Broski. That shit, it felt good. It felt good. Yeah.
Shit feel fake.
Yeah, it just,
Shit feel crazy.
it felt good, Broski. I jumped in the truck, doing my little outfit, went and got something to eat, and went straight to the halfway house.
Okay. So you went straight to the halfway house. So how was it when you were done with all that shit? Like, when was it when you was done with all that shit? You didn't have to be in no halfway house. You good?
I think October 1st, 3rd, something like that. Somewhere in October after I got out. I got out April. I went to the halfway house April 3rd, 2019, I think. I mean, I was already getting like furloughs and getting home passes and all that. And before I was all the way out, I was on. Now, it wasn't no house arrest, but I was home. But then what they call that shit? What they call that shit?
What?
Home confinement. Yeah, I was home confinement.
Okay.
I couldn't. I wasn't supposed to be outside, but I was home.
Okay.
I was in the house. Yeah. 'Cause I could only go outside to go to work and shit. And if I did go outside, I had to get permission.
All right. So now you out. You know, you're in the halfway house. You know, did you pay attention to the trap music scene at all? Like, was there any differences that you noticed from when you went in from when you got out?
More people rapping.
Yeah, I'm saying everybody was rapping.
Yeah.
And then it just be like new faces, a lot of new faces. Kids that were young were older now. They had shit.
Regular shit, same shit.
Same shit, yeah.
bro.
Yeah, same shit. Same shit.
They ain't
Same
not
shit from the
changed.
80s
Everybody
all the
the
way to
same
the
spots.
2000s.
Everybody the same spots. They not
Same
really
shit from the
changed.
80s all the way to the
The
2000s.
same shit going on.
Okay, all right. So with the Trenton music scene, like from an outside perspective, it seems like within the last maybe 3, 4, you can even stretch it 5 years, it's been on a steady incline. So you, Lucky Ozzy, how do you fit in the mix of Trenton music scene?
I feel like I'm different. Like, no disrespect, no Trent rappers. I like all of them. I like Trey Twiz. I like the Big Boy, that's my boy right there. I like Justo.
EBK Rome.
EBK Rome. Shout out to EBK Rome. He fired too. I like everybody for real, but a lot of them be on drill time. Like, I don't really do drill music.
What kind of music do you do?
I feel like I'm an artist, but I try to tell a story or paint a picture or something. So I try to, when you hear my words, I want you to see what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned it a little bit earlier today, right? But talk me through you making that Balenciaga song, because that seems like the song that gave you either the motion, like, yo, I should keep this going, or if the people around you was like, this fire, let's keep it moving.
Balenciaga, how Balenciaga came. I had recorded one song when I first came home, but what that shit was, going through some things, that I recorded that. I ain't really like that track, so I was like, I'm falling back. The music ain't for me. Then my boy Gully brought me a beat. The beat was called Balenciaga. So, I don't know, we did it. We went to the studio, I wrote something to it. He came and was like, yo, bro, let me get a hook and a verse for this beat. And we went to the studio, we recorded it. At first, he ain't like it. I think this was my first song I did auto-tune with, too. First time I ever used auto-tune. I thought it was, I'm saying, when I first heard it, I'm like, yo, this is a hit, bro. He he ain't like it. He tried to, I think we recorded that song like 3 times. He had 3 different verses to it. But we went back and used the first verse. But then when we put it, I'm saying when everybody else heard it, they like, yo, bro, that's tough. Yeah, that's fire right there.
It's wavy.
Yeah, when we put it out, it was a hit. We was in clubs performing it and all that. Yeah.
And then you followed up. Did you follow up with Ouuuuu after that? Cause that's another song that I was hearing around the town a little bit.
Yeah, Ouuuuu came after that. I feel like Ouuuuu. I think Ouuuuu is the one. I think Ouuuuu, we just ain't got the right marketing and promotion. I think if we get Ouuuuu out there, I think if it land on the right ears, I think that'll take us all where we need to be.
Okay, all right.
My boy on the track too. My boy Pablo.
Good stuff, man. So you know, we here, right? Was it Pain in My Eyes? Something you just dropped? Pain in These Eyes, yeah. Now that song was like, listen to the lyrics, is heartfelt. It's like you was putting your story on the track. Like, talk through it. Like, is that one of your favorite songs? Like, did you want to put your emotions on the track? Like, take me through the making of that song.
I don't even remember making that song, to be honest with you.
Sometimes those are the best ones for real.
All my shit's like a year and a half old. I think that beat was called Pain. I think it was called In These Eyes too. Then I don't know. Pain in These Eyes, yeah. And I was just brought different shit I've been through, with shit that other people go through too though. I'm like, anybody that got pain in their eyes, let me speak on it.
Okay, right. All right. So what could we be expecting from Lucky Ozzy, man? This for the rest of the year, 2023. Like, take us through your plan.
To be honest, I ain't been in the studio in like 5 months. I ain't recorded, broke nothing in 5 months. I'm trying to figure out like how I could get us heard and how I can get us out there. And then I know Instagram and TikTok is very big, so I'm trying to learn all that. So I ain't really too good with Instagram and TikTok. I don't know how to do. I'm saying I'll dance and all that, but I don't know how to do what's going on there. I'm still on 2 steps and moving our shoulders and shit like that. But I'm trying to figure out like the business side out of it.
More of the story
managers and managing and all that. I'm trying to figure out how I can get some managers, the PRs, the marketing, the promotions and shit like that. I feel like that's very important. Because the music, I can make music. Music, that's easy for me, making music, but it's the other shit.
All right, awesome, man. Well, I want to say thank you for the time that we had today. Any last words you got to say to the camera?
We up next.
You know the shit. We up now.
Yeah, we coming.
They know what's going on. Act crazy.
Pause. Yeah,
Go
pause.
crazy.
200.
200. Why get dance?
You know
shit.
And if they let them through the doors,
you know what shit.
We lock them shits behind us.
You know the shit.
Only we come here.
No dookie pistols. No dookie pistols. Yeah,
and I'm saying free the guys, rest in peace to guys. Shout out
there.
We still recording?
Put in the cat, no dookie pistols.
We still recording? Yeah. I want to say, the free Bones. Everybody else, free Bones, free Ish, free Nash, free Jones, free Tex.
That's for the first moon on his D on the way. Uncle E, you know what's going on. Follow me on Instagram, Uncle E _.
Rest in peace, Marty. Rest in peace,
Uncle E.
Tito.
Follow me on the gram, you know shit.
Yeah, rest in peace, everybody.
KH. Same shit, different day.
We up next.
We now.